This Friday, October 23rd, the Berkshire Film and Media Collaborative presents the Western Massachusetts Film and Video Exchange, and there's still tickets available. It's hosted by Baystate Health at their Whitney Avenue Conference Center in Holyoke to bring regional filmmakers and video producers together with businesses that need their services. The keynote speaker is Academy Award winner Cynthia Wade, producer of Freeheld, starring Ellen Page, Julianne Moore, and Stephen Carell. I talked with Berkshire Film and Media Collaborative Executive Director Diane Pearlman and videographer producer Terry Holland about Friday's event.
So the exchange is really an opportunity to network our local filmmakers and our local businesses. Video is really needed by so many local companies now, and they don't know where to turn. And I think in the past, people have gone to New York, or they call their brother in LA, and they bring people in. And so what was amazing last year was people networking, finding each other, showcasing talent. We do really have A-level talent here in Western Massachusetts, and businesses who need to make videos for the web, for in-house presentations. We're really becoming a very visual society in terms of promotion. So the conference is really to keep the dollars in Western Massachusetts.
You've got some of the A-level talent sitting right there next to you, Terry Holland. You do, well, we were saying before, you're a video jack of all trades. You do it all. There are a fair number of people like you in the area, sure, but not everybody who might want to employ you knows about all of you, and as Diane says, knows what great talent we've got here in Western Mass.
A perfect point there. This technical decentralization of the ability to produce really high quality media, and that's not so LA and New York centric. It's really spread all throughout Western Mass and the Berkshires, and there is a ton of great talent out there on both sides of the camera, production side, and talent side. And having an organization that's doing the work in the trenches to connect all the dots and bring everyone together, it's amazing how much cooperative and compatible talent there is out there. And what Diane and the BFMC has been doing is sort of setting the stage so, if you build it, they will come. Well, if you can lay out the smorgasbord of, possibilities out here, it should attract, some of the work that, is moving away from LA and New York.
Diane, let me ask you, and I'm going to ask you to chime in on this as well, Terry, in a second. Sessions aimed especially at helping smaller operations, producers, maybe one-person shops, one-man bands, one-woman bands, with the business ins and outs of running their own company. That's really important, isn't it?
It is, because I think in Western Massachusetts we have a lot of entrepreneurs. Small shops, even animation houses, tend to be 10 people, or we have a lot of sort of one-man, one-woman bands, as you said, where they can go shoot something, edit it, and produce an entire segment for someone, whether it's at a wedding or a promo for a company. So one of our panels is actually being led by Fred Fierce. He's a very well-known entertainment lawyer, and he's going to bring in both people from his law firm as well as producers to talk about all the legal aspects of a production, all the contracts that you need. Fred spoke last year to a standing room only, full packed room. So just the legal aspects, the marketing aspects, there's a lot of business to running even a creative business.
To do good commerce, you need product, you need price, and you need presentation. So the product is changing because with the technology getting less expensive, more people can produce things. They need some information and a little bit of refinement on how to produce really saleable product and make that available. The price for Berkshire County and Western Mass, we're very, very competitive for the whole region. And for presentation, this is again what Diane and BFMC has been doing, helping set the stage again to let everyone know everything you need is available right here in Western Mass for some really good product. The trick is, as it's getting less expensive to produce very high quality product, more people are coming into that market who have never been able to afford it before. I've been working with drone technology, shooting videos for quite a while, and we can do things in the thousands of dollar range that used to take the tens of thousands of dollars range now. It's incredible how the market's changing.
So a business that a few years ago might have said, I can't really do the first class type of commercial, sure, maybe they can now.
You're absolutely correct. We can take 4K content off a low near-Earth aerial platform that can do crane shots and dollies and tracking shots and high overheads. People could never have afforded that before, and it gives a production value to their finished media piece that looks very Hollywood.
Dan, I got to shift gears a little bit in our final minute or so. Earlier this year, Governor Charlie Baker wanted to do away with something called the Massachusetts Film Tax Credit. It was aimed at bringing film and video productions to the Commonwealth. He felt it wasn't helping our economy, it was rather helping companies and people outside the state. A lot of members of the legislature, Speaker DeLeo in particular, said, wait a minute, I know some providers, some entrepreneurs who this has helped. Governor's idea didn't fly. I know you've been one of the people who said, wait a minute, this is something that's really good for our state, good for our region. You feel it could be a real economic driver for Western Mass to keep the film tax credit?
I do. I think the governor's proposal was really going to take out the entire industry, and the industry responded by saying, wait a second, there are prop houses and cleaners and caterers that have very successful businesses from the film industry, and those people, when they have successful businesses, then keep dollars in our state's economy. I think we actually were funded by the Massachusetts Cultural Council. We did an economic impact study of the effect of the movie The Judge on Shelburne Falls, because a lot of the studies had been statewide, and this was, how does it affect a rural community? And our finding was, for every dollar spent, at least 63 cents went into the local economy. So what's amazing about that is, if we tend to attract more smaller independent features here. So if somebody spends $100,000, that's $63,000 going into a small town that wasn't there before. So we've seen the impact, and I think that there may need to be some revisions to our tax credit as it is, but I think that the industry is incredibly strong, and the major studios will not come back if there's no tax credit here. Disney said when I testified with our rep Galen Caridi, said, we just spent $46 million in this state and we won't come back if there's no tax credit. So I think it's something that really needs to stay in place.
In a roundabout way, the governor's challenge of this was actually sort of a good thing, because it forced the industry to put together all the numbers and make the compelling case. And once they made it, it was pretty clear that this is something that needs to stay. So there was a silver lining to all the concern about it possibly going away. It's not going to, because it makes good economic sense.
Well, the event again is October 23rd, second annual Western Massachusetts Film and Media Exchange. Find out more at berkshirefilm.org. Diane Pearlman, Terry Holland, thank you for being with us.